Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
Hi, I'm Natalie Moretti.
And I'm Drew Curran.
Hooray!
Yay.
Welcome, Natalie.
Thank you.
Welcome, Natalie.
So we were just discussing before we started recording how I should intro you, because you're a woman of many talents.
So many.
Actress, musician, writer,
Podcaster.
podcast host. Wait, what's your podcast?
Well,
Well, it's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret.
We're recording one, and it's a secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Natalie, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get started.
I am originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh.
Yes, I grew up there. I love it there.
Do you like the Steelers?
I do. But I don't follow.
Do you have a terrible towel?
I do.
Are you impressed that I know that?
I love that you know
Very
that.
good. Very good.
Sports.
You're a
Sports.
sports expert.
I am starting a sports podcast
Are
called
you?
The Terrible Towel.
Sports on Corks. The terrible town.
Sports on court, yeah.
Where you just drink wine and talk about drama of sports.
That would be amazing.
It'd probably be
would
good.
listen to that
Sports are
wrong.
dramatic.
Not my podcast. Continue.
Okay, fair. When I was there, I was singing and dancing and acting, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought, let's take this show on the road.
Let's take it up.
Yeah.
And I came to Chicago, and I started doing theater here, and that's how I met you
True.
and producer Drew
Yeah, Drew Bear.
and lots of other great people.
Of course.
Yeah, and so I still sing and dance and act and write
Yeah.
and do a secret podcast
A secret
where I'm
podcast.
learning a new skill.
So Universal Head Network listeners, check out that podcast, The Secret, coming soon. Not Oprah's Secret, the Secret podcast. But today we are talking about Engaging Father Christmas, starring Aaron Krakow. I don't know that that's how you say her name, but
That's how I said it
I'm
in my
saying
head.
Krakow because Brian Krakow from My So-Called
Krakow.
Life.
It's
I knew.
fine.
I was like, it's like a famous name, Krakow.
She might say Krakow.
Okay.
Niall Matter
Can
and
you say it like that for now?
Krakow.
Krakow.
Yes, we will. And the famous Wendy Malick from Just Shoot Me and all the great things that she is in. And you know, she is too good for Hallmark. She is doing
Yeah.
Hallmark a
She's-
favor.
It was
Yeah.
a treat.
And she's coming back because this is a sequel, folks.
Oh, right.
We are in a sequel. Yes, Drew, to the point where we even got a last time on Engaging Father Christmas. It wasn't that heavy-handed,
No.
but it was like a recap at the very top of the movie, which I appreciated because the last time I watched this movie, full disclosure, I was a hardcore put a cork in it.
The first,
Hated it.
what was it called? Meeting Father Christmas or
Finding Father
Finding
Christmas.
Father-
Gotta
right,
have
right,
that alliteration.
Right,
on the
right.
front.
Oh, that's what
Finding-
originally it was?
And this is the sequel.
This is the sequel in Engaging Father Christmas, and next year I would bet all the chips on Merry Father Christmas will
Definitely.
be coming to a theater
Or like-
near you.
Baby Father Christmas.
Baby Father, it could keep
And
going.
then
I
Father,
really don't know.
Father Christmas Legacy.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are back a year later, and we are I don't know what their names are, the character names.
Well, I remember some Miranda.
Miranda, yes. So Miranda's back.
She loves Ian.
She loves Ian.
They're so happy in their long distance relationship.
Yes, they're in a long distance relationship. She's in Seattle and he's in the town of
Yeah.
Oh,
it
what
has a
was the
fancy
town?
name.
Oh, I forgot.
I wrote it down.
Doesn't matter. Oh, Carlton
Yeah.
Heath.
Yes. In Boston, near Boston. Is that right?
Yeah, Carlton Heath in Massachusetts.
And she says a lot like, I didn't do this before I came to Carlton Heath.
Yes, it's
There's like a
It is a
ton of
thing.
shit that she's like, well, I didn't do this until I came to this location,
Yeah.
place, city.
Carlton Heath changed it all.
It changed it all. And we're starting right back. She's flying to Carlton Heath for the holidays.
Yes.
To spend time with Ian and his family and her extended family, Drew, because her illegitimate baby daddy mama like type of thing. Like, so she is
The baby of a
she is a
baby
a
daddy
bastard
mama.
child
Yeah.
of what's his name?
Okay,
Oh.
James Whitcomb,
James Whitcomb, famous American theater actor.
who Wendy Malick is married to.
Wendy
Or
Malick
was married to. He's late.
He died, but before he died, he had an affair with an actress.
Oh.
Typical.
In the Christmas Carol, the
Annual.
Carlton Heath Christmas Carol, very famous.
Oh, okay.
He had an affair
Yeah.
with one of the actresses. The actress died on stage. This was all in the previous
Oh.
movie.
Oh,
She
right.
died
This
on
is-
stage,
This is all the previous movie.
leaving orphan Miranda to without
Just figure
knowing
it
who
out.
her father
Yeah,
is.
she
She
had
had to
no
figure
idea.
it out. So she found a picture with like Carlton Heath written on the back, and
I guess it was a picture of her father
yes. So
dressed as Santa.
yes. So she goes to the town. She finds. Yes, I know, Drew. It's very
But
convoluted.
this is all the first minute.
This is all the first minute. We're learning all this.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
so she falls in love with Ian, and then now we're back into present time.
Yep.
So
Okay.
she's at the Boston airport waiting for Ian to pick her up.
And her like new family accepts her is what we learned right away.
They accept her as long as she keeps
Yeah,
the
she-
family secret.
She can't. They say the family secret so many times. They say the family so many times.
Yeah, you can be in the family as long as you don't tell anyone that you're
you're-
part of the
yeah.
family and that the patriarch cheated.
And she's like happy to do it.
she's like, yeah, I love you guys. It's
Yeah.
great.
I would never tell.
Why would I tell that?
It's so crazy.
Is there is there a mafia element in this?
There
It
should
seems
be.
like
I mean,
there should
if
be.
they were,
like
they are definitely not Italian. But if they were, there would be some knees a break and some horse heads in beds.
absolutely.
But yeah, so she's at the airport waiting for Ian to pick her up, like a good boyfriend should. Okay, if you're a
That's a
boyfriend,
good point.
you gotta pick up your girlfriend or boyfriend.
And he
Yeah.
at the
also,
airport.
there's a difference between I think picking up and parking your car and walking in, which
Only-
Ian did.
only my dad and mom will do
Me
that.
too.
And I'm like, oh, thanks for meeting me at baggage claim. Thanks for paying the $2 to park the car and come get
Yeah.
me. It
Yeah.
makes a huge difference.
It is
That's a
different.
parent thing. I think this is the
Yeah.
parent
Do
thing.
your parents go in with you to the airport? Because
When they drop me off?
Yeah, my parents do that.
It depends how. No, usually no.
Most
And-
of the time, it's just like it's we're
Crack of dawn.
we're
But guys-
running,
Yeah,
running
that's
late,
true.
That
kind of.
that makes me like tear up because I'm like in the security line and they're like waiting on the stairs, like waving, like bye. I'm like, stop,
Like, don't
stop it.
just.
I think one of you know what? My sister moved to Hawaii once.
Oh wait, is she back? Yeah. Oh okay.
She's lived like 50 other places. Since.
Oh, good for her.
But she's fun. When she moved at that time, we all went in and said goodbye because she was
Yeah,
like
like,
21. And we were like,
aloha.
Yeah. We did that.
Mai.
as she,
Alikilaki mai.
Yep.
What is it? I don't know.
hello, I don't know.
Anyways, so
Melikaliki
Ma-
Maka.
yeah, that's it. Malika
To say
Christmas, yes.
Yeah.
Right on
Which
brand
this
for
is
this
about.
podcast.
Yep.
So she's waiting for Ian to come pick her up, and who does she run into but her ex-boyfriend,
Josh.
Josh. Plastic Ken doll looking.
He was
Josh.
so shiny.
Yeah.
He looked
I'm
like
looking
butter.
at this
Like
guy's
butter was
picture.
on him.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, I'm just waiting for my boyfriend. He's like, oh.
But she never said it.
Oh, right. She doesn't say that because he like thinks he has a shot
Yeah.
with her. So they're just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
And this creepy Canadian man just bumps into her like all over her luggage. He's like, sorry about that. And then he goes away and you're like, that was a very big moment that they made out of a little thing.
We all
That's gonna
assumed-
come back.
Yes.
That's gonna
Yeah.
come.
We
Oh,
knew
yeah,
what
yeah.
they did.
And Drew, this is where I'm gonna need your expertise
Okay.
on the vocals because Hallmark movies and mysteries turns into Hallmark murder and mysteries.
Hallmark blood girdle.
Yes, this
That's-
movie took
yeah.
a turn. You think it's gonna be Christmas cheery time fun, but they lean into the mystery. They lean into the murder.
I agree.
There's no murder, but it's implied.
There were so many moments where we thought the next thing was going to be a body. Didn't you think?
Yes, yes. if they had a couple soundtrack changes, this would have been a suspense horror thriller starring Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford. What Lies Beneath? No joke.
That still scares me. That movie.
What Lies Beneath?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. It got real weird, huh?
Yeah.
But the movie, yeah.
So, well, because she's keeping the family secret, and there's like a lot of like, you know, just stress and like drama. It was not the normal Hallmark movie, to the credit of Hallmark,
Right.
because it was very suspenseful.
Yeah.
Like, I did not know where it was going. So if we were to
You
say,
couldn't predict it?
if
There
you
were lots of
no,
reveals,
If you were
like-
to say spoiler alert on this, you're wrong.
You're
Whatever
wrong.
you
I
think
think
would
you're
happen.
wrong.
You don't fucking know. So watch the movie. We are going to spoil it
great.
here. So if
Sure.
this would be one where I would say like legitimately watch the movie before you listen to the podcast because you can't predict it.
Yeah.
You can't.
I would
Wow.
agree.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So she like gets picked up by Ian, and then she starts getting text messages from an unknown number.
And whatever operating system her phone is,
Yeah.
there's so many clicks just to reveal the message every time.
Yeah, well,
I was annoyed
my
by
theory
that.
about that is that this is a hidden tutorial for middle-aged women
Oh.
to use their phones.
I agreed with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a good point.
So
Because there's a moment where they
They-
have an image.
they
and
screen
she
grab.
shows- yeah.
The women of America are learning how to use their phones from this movie.
And I never would have thought of
good.
that, Patrick. That's so
That's great.
insightful.
They got to learn somehow, and I don't want to teach them.
I'm not going to teach you.
I'm not going to do it. But yeah, so she starts getting these text messages from an unknown number. It's like a picture of her dad with like a Christmas wreath and
Yeah.
like a cryptic message. The message reads, "Ghost of Christmas Past."
I wish that one was more right on the head.
Ghost of Christmas Past. So scary.
Yeah,
Um,
it's terrifying.
Very terrifying. But she's just like,
She doesn't take it seriously.
who took this picture? Oh, my dad looked so funny.
Yes.
I wonder who sent me
Yes.
that. She does not.
She does not phased at all. And then she
No.
shows other people, and they're like, probably one of your siblings sent it to you, or your,
Right. One of your secret siblings.
in the family.
Yes. So she's not very concerned about that
Which
at
she
all.
should have been.
She should have been. That's the first thing. Then,
Yeah.
Then she starts getting calls at her Seattle job, and her person of color assistant,
Annie.
Yeah, Annie.
Wait, is that right?
Yeah, and she's
Annie.
actually like one of the. Everybody in this movie was pretty like good.
Yeah.
but she's like
authentic.
She's like pretty authentic and
Yeah.
like adorable.
Yeah.
And she's like, so we've been getting these calls from a strange man who won't give his name. He won't like leave a message. He just calls and asks for you. And then I told him that you were out of town. And then he started asking me all these questions about you, like what town were you in and why were you going
Yeah.
there? And you know, I felt uncomfortable, but I answered all the questions. And Miranda's like, oh, "That's fine. It's probably just it's probably just a salesperson. No big deal." But again, Hallmark leaning into that mystery and the
music is
murder. The music is like a very mysterious horror suspense.
The Hallmark blood.
And he's like,
channel.
did I do something wrong? And like,
yeah,
she's just
and
like,
she did
no, it's
because
fine.
that fucking murderer Canadian creeper
Was
is
on
onto
her.
them for
Which
sure.
that was the saddest part about the movie for me. I felt like that was so. I feel like it could have been scarier if he was actually a threat.
Me too. I mean, like
Canadian was not.
this was. I was waiting for like.
Yeah,
I was waiting
you're
for
not
him to
gonna-
like
you're
jump
not
out with
afraid
like a
of
knife.
Yes.
And like just
or
really
like,
like Ian
I'm
has to
his
save the
other
day.
lover, like something deeper. And I know, I don't know.
We didn't get there,
that would've been
but
fun.
Maybe we will,
just the thought. Maybe
because
we
we
will.
know there's more movies.
There's more-
Like that's
That's
why I
true.
love this one.
They're all in the
Well,
same
and thi-
universe.
This one's based on a series of books, so you know we could read the books, but we're not going to.
Yeah, no. I don't.
Oh no, God, no, no.
So,
No.
you know, all the creepy stuff happens, but this is still a Hallmark movie, and it is Christmas time. So we have an amazing proposal. Because
It's really good.
Ian attempts to propose once, and it's interrupted by her nieces or her
Whatever they I hate
half nieces. I don't even know. I don't
the
even
little
know.
kid is one of the kids is awful.
It gets interrupted by the family.
Yeah.
Is this maybe like a theme? Like so far, like a theme right now.
Yeah.
Interrupted
Nieces
proposals. Oh.
Oh,
Are
nieces.
troublemakers.
Well, thank
And
God I have a
ruin
nephew.
everything.
Thank God
Well,
I have a
see,
nephew.
that's what these movies show, I guess, is like these little girl troublemakers. Interesting.
Anyways, so Ian reattempts to propose. He gets a horse-drawn carriage.
It's like so classy.
So classy. But they first like had their first kiss on a horse-drawn carriage in the previous movie, and then the parents are there with like a fucking like electrical cords, and they're like 1, 2, 3, and they plug them in together.
That's beautiful.
And all the Christmas lights
Light
down
up.
the path that the carriage is taking. They go down. They go to a gazebo. We already talked about gazebos on the
know.
podcast and how they win my heart.
We know what's going to happen in there.
And he proposes with a Neil Lane diamond.
Yeah.
He gets on one knee. She's like, yes, yes, yes. Before
She
before he even
interrupts
says-
him.
which is
And
true.
it felt like she was going to tell another secret.
Yeah.
But she's just like, yes, I would like to marry.
Oh, instead, yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No
And
worries.
And he kind of gets salty and is like,
He's like,
I'd like to ask first.
Can I just propose like a man?
Well, yeah. You do all this shit and you like,
He's very manly too,
can
Drew.
you just shut up for a second?
Yeah, he
while I
chops
fucking
wood. He
do
does
this?
all the shit.
That is how it, yeah.
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 So it goes off very well. Like I was like feeling like I was like sweating a little bit. Like, oh, this is.
You
this
really
is good.
felt like she was going to change the direction and it wasn't going to be a proposal.
It
'Cause it's
worked.
like halfway through at this point.
We're like halfway through. Like we say nothing happens in these movies repeatedly. This one, it was like, yes, we're clipping along at a great pace. Then right after the proposal, Wendy Malik's all up in their business. And she's like, did you set a date?
Yeah, really
Like,
weird.
We just got engaged like 2
And
minutes ago.
They never talked about like where are we going to live. She lives in Seattle. She has this job.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And that fucking niece comes back and she's like, can I be a flower girl? Oh, the
No.
worst. And it's like, no.
Children are the worst.
You're
She was
8.
so awful.
You are. I was saying when we were watching, because Natalie and I watched it together, just full disclosure. I was like, if you're old enough to ask to be a flower girl, you
shouldn't.
can't
Yeah.
be a
No.
flower girl. Sorry.
Especially if you ask that, it was like, can I be?
Oh, Drew, her face when she asked things,
She was,
when
yeah.
she said anything.
But Miranda has to walk away from all the family being excited because she gets another ominous message from an unknown caller as Christmas carolers, lips not synced,
I did.
sing in the background.
Oh, well, yeah, they're not serious.
Yeah.
The lips are never synced on the
No.
Christmas carolers, but it's another message from the creepy Canadian.
This one's more direct, I would say.
I didn't write down exactly what it says, but it was creepy.
It was the picture of him.
Yes.
Oh no, it's a picture of
Of
her at
her.
the airport.
It's a picture of her
The
with,
moment she
with
revealed-
Josh,
Oh yeah.
the boyfriend.
And it says like, is he really your dad? Like about, and I think it says James Whitcomb.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
So
is he really your dad? That's like going in.
He knows.
The
And
first
then-
message scares her not at all. The second message, is he really your dad?
and she's still not scared. Still not scared. But
Nope.
then the next shot is like a car rolling up to the inn of Carlton Heath,
Oh, because there's a long path to
Yes.
get into the town.
and who gets out of the car? The creepy Canadian from the airport.
Yeah.
He checks into the inn. His name's Mr. Decker. And he's like, "Oh, I'm here just in bit for
I love
business."
towns like
and the
this.
stupid inn owner's like, "You should go to the Christmas Carol play. It's very famous."
Ugh. The stupid inn owners are also her future in-laws.
Yeah, it's
Ian's
parents, and she's like, "You should go. It's great." So his name's Steve Decker, and he goes to the play, and he like introduces himself to the stepbrother Peter. So Miranda's like,
yeah.
secret brother, and Peter's like
So
very
much-
protective
And
of
he's
the family.
awful.
So complicated.
He's an ass.
It is, but he's very protective of the family, and he's like, "Who are you? What
How
are
do
you
you
doing?"
know Miranda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Peter tells Wendy Malik, he's like, Miranda has loose lips, and she's sinking ships.
Yep, basically.
And
He
we're-
really does.
He not kidding.
he
That's
really
not
is like, well, that's what she said. Like,
yeah.
just strolls into town.
And so instead of busting her kneecaps
That's the
out,
thing, is starting shit.
yeah, they confront her, and they're like, "Who did you tell? Just tell us. Like, we
It's
know
okay. The family.
the family is here, and we know you didn't keep the secret, so who'd you tell?" And she's like, "I told Josh. He's just a guy, whatever." But
But it makes her look.
it makes her look bad.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But Josh would never tell.
But then she confronts the creepy Canadian, Miranda does, and she's like, okay, what are you doing? Like, how are you going to be telling my secrets? And, you know.
Oh, she confronts a Canadian?
Oh, yeah. See, that's where it's
man.
unexpected. Do you see? Like, usually we'd watch it play out and she'd be like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. But
Yeah.
she truly goes up to him.
Yeah. And we get like a nice montage of like how he got all the info, and like very sophisticated for Hallmark to do a montage of like not a montage of baking cookies and walking around town. This is a montage of like what we've seen before, like at the airport, but from his
Yeah,
perspective.
like what was really going on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So very, very
Ooh.
elaborate for Hallmark.
That's fun.
Exactly.
But we were tense.
It was tense, and you're like, "What's gonna happen? What is gonna go on?"
In Canada, experience with like confronting a Canadian, they'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
He was like really Italian.
yeah.
He was a Canadian. No.
He kind of looked like Antonio Sabata Jr.'s like younger brother. But anyway, so Wendy Malick is like, okay, because of course Miranda's
She gets upset.
Yeah, Miranda's like, I talked to him, and he's gonna write a story about us, and he's gonna blow our cover.
And Miranda only has like 3 settings. Maybe it's like giggly and then sighing.
Yeah.
Like really sad. And then when she's like defensive all of a
Yes.
sudden.
Yeah, so she's like trying to defend the family secret, but Wendy Malick is like, all right, I got my pearls, I got my like high class outfit.
I loved her outfit.
Very good outfits. Like Wendy Malick is definitely like, I'm keeping my wardrobe. I'm doing this for pennies anyways, and you guys don't deserve
She's a
me.
queen.
Give me the pearls. The pearls are mine, and those were real pearls. Real
That
pearls.
was really good.
But she's like, I have a friend who's a reporter, and that was another person of color.
And her name was Natalie.
Yeah. But she was like actually like really, really good too, because like she wasn't just like the tokenization of like a person of color. She like had a job. She was like dating Peter. Like, oh, you missed that? Maybe I made that up.
My mind is blown.
Yeah, but she was like in a romantic relationship with Peter, so she's like a full person who like has a job.
Okay.
She has a relationship
Yeah.
with a person in the movie, and she like actually like listens and then saves the day and writes them amazing
She did. She
article.
saved the day.
She scoops the creepy Canadian
Because basically he's like
Mr.
threatening. He's like, I'm going to out that you're James Whitcomb's illegitimate child.
Yeah.
But then they're like, let's get ahead of the story with our reporter friend, Natalie.
Yeah, so they released it on like Christmas Day, and then the guy's just like sitting on his family's like unwrapping presents around him, and he's like all mad,
So mad.
because he got scooped.
Yeah.
But then
And so it could end there.
it could end there.
It could end so many times.
But it doesn't, because with all the drama and all the murder, we're left with a cliffhanger, and they like have a cabin, which we didn't even really touch on the cabin and all the stories about the cabin and the opening the wallpaper and all that type of stuff. I mean, that'll be for part
That's
3.
a treat. Yeah.
Because they're like, isn't this cabin? Because Miranda and Ian they didn't buy a cabin.
It's like a subplot.
It's
like
a
he's
family.
been working on
It's like
restoring.
the C storyline. He has
Okay.
a cabin.
Yeah.
And like, isn't this the perfect cabin for a wedding?
Yeah.
This is a horror movie.
And they
This is an
like it
interesting
ends with
movie.
them being like, oh, wouldn't a wedding look good here? And you're like,
Yeah.
that is the next
Movie. And it's like very clear there will
So
be
what-
another one.
So, or this is how I think of it.
Okay.
How it happens.
I'm ready.
So all this shit happens is crazy.
Yes.
So crazy.
It
All
is.
this crazy shit happens, and then but for them to justify that it's in the Christmas version of
Yes.
everything
Yeah.
is that at the very last line is what a crazy Christmas
I
it's
don't
been.
think
Pretty much. I mean, it
Pretty
wasn't
much,
very Christmas,
but they don't do that.
They
yeah.
just say, well,
I wonder if they
Merry
did dress up like
Christmas.
Santa and Mrs. Claus
Oh, they
for
did,
the like,
and there was
tree
some
lighting
like
ceremony.
there was a tree lighting thing like that we didn't really get into.
So it was
like,
just
But
some
it
fucked up
did-
shit that happened
That's
around
a good
Christmas.
point. It felt like it was
less about Christmas.
Yes, like the first one probably was super about Christmas, and this, it was just an excuse. They were like, of course, we'll just set it at
It's
Christmas.
just happening
but
at
it's really
Christmas.
this mystery, like
Yes.
weirdness.
So, Natalie,
Yes.
we do a rating here.
Okay.
Pour it up or put a cork in it.
Okay.
What are you going to do to this movie if you had to recommend it to someone else?
I'm going to pour it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
But honestly, minutes in, I was being like a Scrooge. And I was like, no, put a cork in it. But then I let go.
You just let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it happen. And there's like some touching moments.
Yes.
All right.
Me too. Gonna
Pour
pour
it
it up for sure. I hated the first one to the point where I was.
Oh, you did? See, and I have never seen the first one.
Well, I hated the first one because I was like, her mom died on
She's
stage.
a disaster.
Like,
Yeah,
why
she's
are
not
you
a sympathetic character.
And that's
No.
why she doesn't like Christmas.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just
Gross.
not great. So, but this really won me over. Maybe because I'm a little jaded after watching so many Christmas hit me over the head Christmas movies. It was nice to have a reprieve from all that
Yeah.
and kind of get into like more of a sophisticated story.
Yeah, the focus
Yeah.
was not Christmas.
The production was more sophisticated with the editing and everything like that. So the actors were great. And they are also on When the Heart Calls on Hallmark, so they have like a history. But
I learned that Aaron Krakow is
Yeah.
dating her co-star.
No.
on the show that
Ian?
she's on.
Oh.
No, on
A
the,
different one.
like on the show.
the Australian one,
That's her boyfriend.
well, he's very handsome. Well, wonderful. Drew, what do you say
I'm
from
gonna
our
say
synopsis?
blind out. Didn't see it, but man, what you guys are talking about? I'm like, what? And I'm gonna pour it up.
Oh my goodness.
Yay! A unanimous pour it up from everybody.
So all
here.
of these, even like the ones I pour up, I probably won't see because I won't bother.
Yes,
But this one I kind of want to like
Yeah.
watch.
It's
Yeah.
interesting.
like
You
by
should.
myself.
highly
Relax
recommend.
into it. Let it come over you.
Wonderful. Well, so that wraps up our segment on engaging Father Christmas. But before we go, we have one more segment that we are going to get into, and it is, my favorite segment called "What You Say, Candace Cameron Bure." Yes, What You Say, Candace Cameron Bure, where we talk about Candace Cameron Bure's Instagram story. I've brought a clip to share with you both. And in contrast, I brought a clip of Busy Phillips, who's doing Instagram stories correctly. So, if you follow Candace Cameron Bure or want to follow her, please don't.
Stop or
follow-
don't.
But follow
Busy.
Busy Phillips because she's wonderful.
so
and I am
excited.
going to prove it to you right now
Okay.
in my clips that I have brought in today in a little slideshow. So here we go.
This is I just woke up, sleepy nap head hair.
Ugh.
And it's my nap time sleepy voice.
That isn't.
And look who's with me.
Oh, your fucking dog.
She naps to that
I'm
music.
laughing that this eye is still like half closed because I slept on this side of my face.
That's not how eyes work.
It's totally funny. I'm still wonky eyed. I'm just gonna walk around like this all day.
No, like, you took some drugs that made your eye.
Guys, I'm in Beverly Hills, and they like pump music out of trees, and it's Christmas music. It's good time together for a sleigh ride together with me, whatever. This is unacceptable. You guys, do you love that I thought the lyrics were a good time together for a sleigh ride together? I know that's not the lyrics, but I don't know what the lyrics are, and I can't remember what that song's called. But I'm mad. I'm mad about all of it.
I'm mad
gonna go eat it.
too.
Yes. So a little compare and contrast for the
so good.
Instagram stories. So Candace Cameron woke up from a nap
Yeah.
and decided that it would be really adorable if she was like, I woke up from a nap and I have a nap voice.
That was so good.
Thank you. Yeah. But like, what?
like, and look at my dog. Look
She has kids. That's my first thought.
Yeah.
Is who cares about the dog?
My eye is wonky and aren't I so endearing?
She literally looked
But
like
she's not.
She like someone who's like rolling on like E or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Or she recently got Botox and it was like.
Speaking of which,
that wrong
I
to
need
say?
No, I need to redo my Botox. My Botox is worn off after 2 months.
and Patrick, you wear your Botox so
Thank you. But Busy Phillips, on the other hand, is killing the Instagram stories. She's so Drew, I don't know if you would know her. Like she's
Freaks and
like,
Geeks?
Freaks and
Yeah,
Geeks.
yeah, I know.
She's
I
like
know.
the grumpy girl, and then she was in White Chicks and
Yeah.
like a bunch
Cougar
of other
Town.
Cougar Town.
Wait, am I right? Cougar
Yeah,
Town?
she's in Cougar
I
Town.
love her.
She's wonderful, and like her Instagram stories are so real. Like what's really good about her is like you saw in that clip where she's like, okay, they're playing this Christmas music and trees in fucking LA,
Yeah.
and like I'm not ready for Christmas, and I'm not about it. And then she's like, sleigh ride together with a whatever. And then she's like, did you hear how I didn't know the lyrics to that
Yeah.
song? Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
That much.
She's
Exactly.
so good.
But
Want
if
this.
Candace Cameron Bure did that and she did the Christmas lyrics wrong, she'd be like, so
Rewrite it.
in the last Instagram story, I said sleigh ride together with a sleigh ride together. And Jesus, no.
And she would be crying.
She'd be crying. It would be, and we talked previously about how Candace Cameron Bure has to do the full 15 seconds of her Instagram stories.
Yes, I heard that. Yeah.
Busy Phillips is just kind of breezing
She
through.
just does what
she
she
does like
wants.
whatever she wants. But what I love about her is that she's like very self-aware that Instagram stories are stupid and like pointless. And she's like, I'm an actress and I don't have any employment right now, but Instagram stories is where millions
Yes.
of people are looking at my shit.
Yes.
But Candace Cameron Bure is like, Instagram stories is a great way for me to promote my Switch for Christmas on Hallmark.
Ugh. Exactly. That's the difference.
That's the difference.
And
She's
busy.
probably works.
self-promoting. Self-promotion is not going to make you authentic. Like, no, even if you're like, I woke up from a nap and I take naps like real people.
Yeah.
That's not relatable.
But people fucking look
I
at
know.
that shit.
they
I
do.
know.
They do. She has 2 million followers, and I hope
How many does busy have?
And
I
2
wonder?
million people
Oh,
see her bullshit.
way more.
Way more. Okay.
I want to look it up.
I saw a busy story recently where she was like waiting to go in to do voiceover work, and she saw. This is all told in her Instagram story, either with live video or just captions.
Oh my God, Busy Phillips only has
We have to help her.
758,000 followers.
Only.
Candace Cameron Bure has 2.7 million followers.
This is unfair, Drew.
Unbalanced. If you are following Candace Cameron Bure and you
should be
listen to the
following.
podcast, unfollow that bitch because I'm going to update it in the
Yeah,
segment
just
and follow Busy
consolidate.
Follow
Phillips.
busy.
Consolidate it. Consolidate.
I'm so mad about
Follow busy.
that. Her
No,
Instagram
I'll be
is-
honest. I only follow
I'm
busy.
mad.
I don't follow Cameron.
I'm mad, but I'm
Candy
not
Cam-
surprised.
What is
Not
her
at
name?
all.
Candace Cameron
Candace Cameron Bure.
Bure. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
But busy in her story, she's like acknowledging a young actor that got into their car in front of her. She was waiting to go in to do voiceover work.
Yeah.
And she's like, this girl came out of clearly an audition dressed in a full thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, she looks insane, but you know she went in there for her
a
freaking
voiceover?
craft. Yeah, to like kill it. And she's like, it just makes me think like being an actor is hard and
It is hard.
ridiculous.
It's
and like
stupid.
I was
It
like,
is
busy.
stupid.
Yes, she's like, who?
No,
she's like, if I
everyone
didn't get
stop. Everyone stop being an actor.
right.
No one do that.
And then she
anymore.
quoted like Linda Cardellini.
She's great. So follow Busy Phillips.
Please.
Busy. Busy like you're busy. Phillips like fucking the
And she's
Phillips.
really cute kids.
What is that? Wilson
Phillips,
Phillips.
Wilson Phillips. Is she related to them?
Yeah, I think she
has
so.
to be.
She
She's like a
must.
niece or something.
She's in the Phillips family. So follow her. Natalie, where can we follow you on social media or anything else?
You can follow me on Instagram, but it's Natalie, not spelled correctly. So
Spell it.
NATALEEJAY. That's my Instagram handle.
Wonderful.
And on Twitter, which I don't use, I'm NATALEE again _EHM. So
Cool. Drew, where can we follow you?
You can follow me in both places, both Instagrams and the Twitters at Drew but with pants.
Wonderful. And listeners, you can follow the podcast at Lifetime on Court or me at Patrick Miguel. We'd love to hear from you, so reach out to us, DM us on the Instagrams, or visit the website at lifetimeoncourt.com. You can drunk dial us at 827-267-4117. Don't be shy. You don't have to
Please,
be drunk.
just drunk dial
Just
it.
call and
Buzzed.
we'll play your voicemail. You won't actually reach me. It's a voicemail box that I I've set up. I pay $5 a month, so make it worth my $5, please.
I might do it.
Please do it. And if you haven't, rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher and all those things. Drew, no ice in your glass. I can hear that ice. Yes, thank you guys so much. Until next week. Bye.
Bye.